Okay, so let us start our discussion, or we can say continue our discussion on income from house property. We have started this topic in the last class. Income from house property, we have seen, is one of the heads of income or important heads of income under the Income Tax Act. So there are total five heads of income we have seen. Five heads means income is divided into five different categories or sources or classes, or you can say classification under the Income Tax Act. What are that five heads? One is the salaries, second is house property, third is the profit and gains from business and profession, fourth is the capital gains, and fifth is the income from other sources. So first, we have started our discussion on understanding what is income from house property. So we have seen that for an income to be taxable under this head or this classification, three conditions should be satisfied. There should be an house property. SSC should be the owner of that property, and that property should not be used for any business or profession carried on by that person, SSC. Okay, so these three conditions are satisfied, and we have seen what is an house property. House property is a structure which is having four walls and a ceiling above. Such structure will be known as house property, and any income from such property will be classified under this head of income, that is house property, income from house property. Okay, so in basic terms, if you want to understand, you can say it is the rental income for basic understanding. But actual legal term is what annual value of that property. Annual value will be chargeable under this head of income under income tax. We have also seen that if you are having more than two house properties, in that case, all other property which are more than the two house property will be treated as let out, even if the person has not actually let out such property. Such provision is known as deeming concept. Okay, that's why here Act has not used the word rent. They have used the word annual value, because sometimes what may happen, a person who is having four house property, for example, so two house property he can get the benefit. Okay, and the rest two house property he has not let out, he has kept it vacant only. Then also what Act will say, since you are having more than two house property, other house properties will be deemed to be let out. Okay, if you deeming means assumed, even if you have not let out, it will be assumed that the SSE has let out, and the notional rent, or you can say there is a calculation method for calculating the annual value of that property will be chargeable to tax. So entire topic of house property is based on this concept of annual value. How to calculate the annual value of the house property. Okay. So annual value, how to calculate the annual value of the house property. This is the basis of this topic. Okay. Because annual value from a house property is chargeable to income tax. Okay. Now, how to calculate the annual value? Let us understand. Annual value calculation is dependent on three steps. First, we have to calculate the ascertain the gross annual value of that property, which is known as GAV, gross annual value. From that, we will reduce the municipal taxes paid by the owner in the previous year. Then we will get the net annual value, that is NAV. Okay, so first step we will understand how to calculate the gross annual value. Okay, so calculating gross annual value is given in the next PPT slide. See, gross annual value is having again steps. See, gross annual value, step 1. How to calculate gross annual value? Simple. In question, expected rent will be given. No, in question, actual rent will be given. Okay, and fair rent will be given, and municipal rent will be given. So this data will be given in the question. Fair rent will be given in the question, municipal rent will be given in the question, and actual rent will be given in the question. Based on this data given, we have to calculate the gross annual value. How we will calculate the gross annual value? See, very simple. Gross annual value is the higher of expected rent and actual rent. So what you have to do, you have to compare the expected rent and actual rent, and whichever is higher no, out of these two, that will become your gross annual value. Okay. Now next important question is how we will calculate the expected rent. For calculating expected rent, we will require two data, that is fair rent and municipal rent. Now Act says that expected rent is higher of these two. Fair rent and municipal rent you have to compare. Whichever is higher, no, that it will become expected rent. And once you have calculated the expected rent, you have to compare it with the actual rent. Whichever is higher will become the gross annual value. Okay. Now here one condition is given, subject to standard rent. This we will understand while solving the illustration. What is the meaning of this exception? Okay. So understand this much only. Gross annual value is the higher of expected rent and actual rent. So you will get the amount, just you have to see which figure is higher. That will become your gross annual value. Okay. And how you will calculate the expected rent? For expected rent, you will require fair rent and municipal rent. Compare fair rent and municipal rent. Whichever is higher will become your expected rent. Expected rent, you will compare it with the actual rent, you will get the GAV. Whichever is higher is the GAV. But one exception is there or condition is there, you can say, subject to standard rent. This we will understand while directly while solving the illustration. So now let us come to the illustration. Also, before that we will understand the some terms so that it will become easier. Actual rent is the rent which you will receive from the tenant. Okay, if you are given the house on rent, actual rent you have given, let out the property, you will get the rent. No? So actual rent is the rent which the person will receive actually from the tenant if he has given it on rent. Actual rent received or receivable. Fair rent is the rent which is prevailing in the area in which your property is situated. So, for getting the fair rent, what you have to do, you have to compare your property with similar property which is situated in your area. That is known as fair rent. Means what is the rent which is prevailing in the market for the similar property you have to compare. Okay. Similar property means you should see the characteristic of the property. You should compare your property with the similar property and check what is the rent applicable in your area in which the property is situated, house property is situated. That you can call it as market rent also. What is the rate prevailing in the market? Municipal rent is the rent used by municipal department for municipal valuation purpose. So this is a rent which is applicable for the municipal valuation purpose. That is municipal rent. Okay. So three terms are there. Actual rent is the rent which you are actually charging. Okay, actual rent is the rent which you are actually charging. Fair rent is the rent which is prevailing in the your area in which the property is situated. For the similar property, you can call it as market rate also. Market rent. What is prevailing in the market? Okay. Then municipal rent is the rent which is used by the municipal department, municipality or municipal council for the municipal valuation purpose. Okay, this is when you are doing it from a practical part, but from examination point of view, all detail will be given only. You have to just use the data and find out the gross annual value. See, here it is given fair rent is the rental fetched by similar property in the your adjoining neighbor. Okay, where your property is situated, no, there you have to make an enquiry. You can say that what is the rent applicable in your area for the similar property. And municipal value is the value determined by municipal authority. Okay, standard rent is the rent fixed by the rent controller. This we will see later on. What is a standard rent? So read this illustration first. Illustration number one. Mr. X is the owner of the three houses, okay, which are all let out and not governed by the Rent Control Act. From the following particulars, find out the gross annual value in each case. So, first understand this illustration. Mr. X is having three houses and he has let out all the house property. Very important. Means here Mr. X has given on actual rent all the three house property. Okay, and it is not gone by the rent controller. Okay, means standard rent will not be applicable in this case because it is said that not governed by the Rent Control Act. Okay, means standard rent will not come in question. So Mr. X has given on rent all the three house properties. From the data, we have to find out the gross annual value in each case. Very simple. Three house properties are there. All the three cases we have to solve separately only. How we will solve? See, municipal value is given, actual rent is given, and fair rent is given. All the three data are given. From this, we have to find out the gross annual value of each of the properties separately. Here, actual rent is given. Why actual rent is given? Because here one condition statement is there. No? All are let out. So if you are let out the property, you will get the rent. No? Obviously, if you are giving on rent to somebody, you will actually get the rent. So all the three properties he has given on rent, Mr. X. So actual rent is also given to us. From this data, we can calculate the gross annual value from the property. How we will calculate? Let us understand that. See, three house properties are there. So what we have to do? Calculating the gross annual value. Calculation of gross annual value of the property. Particulars property 1, property 2, property 3. See, for calculating the gross annually, what all data we will require? We will require the expected rent, or it can be also called as reasonable let out value. Okay, expected rent we will require and actual rent we will require. Okay, this both figure we have to compare, no? So that we can get the gross annual value. Okay, gross annual value, that is the GAV. Okay, now actual rent is given to us directly. We can take, see, actual rent is given 32,000, 28,000, and 30,000. So 32,000, 28,000, and 30,000. Correct. Now we have to find out the expected rent or reasonable let out value. For that, what we will do, we will make a working note. For what purpose we will find make a working note? Calculation of a reasonable let out value or expected rent. For expected rent, what we will require? Expected rent, what we will require? Expected rent, we will require the municipal value and the fair value. No? Now, municipal value is given in the question, see, 30,000, 20,000, 35,000, 30,000, 20,000, 35,000. Fair value is given in the question. Fair value is 36,000, 24,000, and 32,000. Now, all the data we are having, first we will calculate the expected rent or reasonable let out value. How we can calculate the reasonable let out value? What is the rule for calculating the reasonable let out value? Higher of the municipal value and fair value. What you have to do, just to compare municipal value and fair rent, which is higher in 30,000 and 36,000. 36,000. So here first property once RLV, reasonable let out value, will become 36,000. Okay. Now in second, 20,000 and 24,000, which is the higher one. 24,000. Here in 35,000 and 32,000, which is the higher one. 35,000. So we have found out the reasonable let out value or expected rent. Just to compare for each property, municipal value and fair rent, whichever is higher, that will become the reasonable let out value. And this reasonable let out value we will bring here. Okay. See, now we can bring this here in our main solution. Now what do we have to do? Now we have to compare expected rent with the actual rent. 36,000 and 32,000, which is higher? 36,000. 24,000 and 28,000, which is the higher? 28,000. 35,000 and 30,000, which is the higher one? 35,000. Whichever is higher, that we will write That will become our gross annual value. 36,000, 28,000, and 35,000. 36,000, 28,000, and 35,000 is the GAV. Okay. So in the next class, we will see how to calculate the gross annual value of a house property if the standard rent is given in the question. Today we have understood how to calculate the GAV if standard rent is not applicable. Okay, if you will see in this question, standard rent data is not given. Okay, in the next class we will see how to calculate the GAV if standard rent is given in the question. One small change will be there. All procedure will remain same only. Only one small change will be there in calculating the reasonable let out value, that is the expected rent. All other things will remain same only. Okay, so for today we are stopping in this illustration. In the next class we will continue with some more illustration.